Welcome back to Photo Finds. I'm your host Kevin Yee, and let's get started. We have a ton of holiday and Christmas type of events and updates to get to you for the last 2 weeks in the Walt Disney World parks. We begin with Mickey's Once Upon a Christmastime Parade, which is during this season, or the season that immediately followed Christmas, it's gone now, is free and open for everyone to see, so you don't have to pay for the holiday party. There's Duffy in this parade, and that's probably no surprise since he's been a push in the past year. The parade is an interesting thing to watch in the daytime as well. It's not normally built for the nighttime view and with all the nighttime sparkling and lights, but it can be an interesting looking parade to see during the daytime as well, and I thought to capture it for you since you normally wouldn't get a chance unless you were buying your way into the private party. This is some of my favorite parts and many people's favorite parts, the clomping Babes in Toyland characters who also play trumpets live. And the parade ends with Santa Claus. We make our way then over to Adventureland, where the Swiss Family Treehouse has reopened, and this entire queue area as well as its roof covering at the top is brand new. Look at some of the railings, which are brand new as well on the other side of Swiss Family Treehouse. This is the Haunted Mansion exit, where there's usually a Leota cart, and there's now a construction wall up there. Now the rumor is this is going to be the new pathway into Fantasyland, because they're going to use the existing walkway to expand the Peter Pan queue and make it a little bit more interactive. This is a reverse view of the same area looking from the Haunted Mansion, and as you can see on this busy day they've got some of the Haunted Mansion line over on the side. That implies this will be quite a choke point if indeed this becomes the new walkway from Fantasyland. Further sign that perhaps they are going to give up on this existing walkway. They've taken away the guards, the trash cans that were guarding these columns recently, so ECVs and so forth wouldn't crash into them. Maybe they just don't care. This is somewhat new. The custodial cast members are now wearing a patch on their custodial costume that says Custodial Guest Service. Some Frontierland, Fantasyland pictures for you. This wall near the bathrooms is new, and here you can see what used to be the Barnstormer as viewed from the top area of Pinocchio Village House, a look into the construction zone. You'll see more of all of these from a different angle in a few minutes. That's the Dumbo structure. Another one from the top area of Village House. You can see some of the construction going on there. Then as we walk closer to the Dumbo area, we start getting a wider view of the Little Mermaid attraction, and then some of the Beauty and the Beast buildings are now really starting to take some more shape. You can see them still having the scaffolding up near the Beasts area. And now this is a new zone that has opened up to the right of us just now is the teacups. As we walk toward the Dumbo structure, this land is new, the concrete is new, and you can see things like hoof prints in the concrete. A familiar view, this time with even more done and accomplished in the corner. And here you can see a Dumbo flying around on the test vehicle, and you can actually see the orange of the Imagineer testing out the ride, moving it up and down. And I'll zoom in a little bit here. These are other Dumbo arms with no Dumbos on them. There was just one Dumbo operating on the past Sunday when that photo was taken. So still more views, and this looks, and though it may look a little bit like Space Mountain, this is obviously a tent structure and a new tent structure in the former Toontown area. We're switching now to another one of the holiday offerings. Celebrate the Season is a stage show which features blinking characters. Another one of these that can normally be seen only in the holiday party that you can see during the daytime in between Christmas and New Year's itself. It ends like many shows with fireworks. In Fantasyland, this spot in the courtyard as well as behind in the PhilharMagic area has gotten new white sort of markers for parking your stroller. I was a little worried that they put these markers directly over the pattern here in the central courtyard. Not that much respect for the decorations. Sleepy Hollow Refreshments has had for several weeks now these waffle sandwiches. This is the waffle one with spicy chicken, sweet and spicy chicken, and I showed you the relative size with the dollar bill. These are big and extraordinarily tasty. The interplanetary sign pointing the way to things like the convention center, etc., part of the 1994 theme to Tomorrowland, has been removed. And in Tomorrowland, you'll still find the Disney Vacation Club old logo. This is one of the only places you'll find it. Now they've converted over to the new logo in most of the other spots. And they make use of a lot of masking tape at the Magic Kingdom. Here is a shot of the monorail exit. Switching to Epcot, we've got the upcoming Habit Heroes exhibit on the right-hand side. This is opposite Sum of All Thrills. And on the left, we have the House of Innoventions, wrapped up, as you can see, all the way over to the exit and looking back this way as well. Rumored to be reopening soon with green Innoventions, so things that are renewable. In the world of very small updates, here we have the Odyssey bathrooms, where they've got some blue paint here, and the sign has been refreshed and a new sign put in its place. During the holiday season, the Christkindlmarkt, which is the Christmas market, has a couple of booths here in Germany and over here in the sort of extra overflow grass area, as well as some tables set up in that grass area by Germany as well. Like always, they've got some Christmas decorations in the German town, and then again Christmas decorations in the American Adventure near the Christmas tree. So the Katsura Grill has recently replaced the Yakitori House at the top of the hill in Japan. Missing here is the clacking bamboo structure. And we're going to take a little walk around the corner down from here in a minute, where you'll see some new things on the other side. First back on the other side of the Katsura Grill, and then briefly inside. The menu hasn't changed, but they've got one line now serviced by 3 cashiers, an improvement in guest flow. And much was redone inside as well. Certainly the ceiling and the walls were all brand new. Here's back down below, which used to be a gift shop, is now a sake bar, and they're selling some small drinks as well. And here you can see a close-up of what they offer: sake and cocktails, beer, and soft drinks. To the side of that are now carts, which hold some of the merchandise that used to be in that gift shop. There are a couple of new signs around the Future World area, just directional signs pointing the way. I've seen this before, the Simon game. I don't know that I've pointed out the sign next to the Simon game at the post-show to Imagination. And these signs are somewhat new in Imagination as well. The lights light up as children step on them, and they give off a sound. These decorations on the back wall are also new. In Innoventions, this Kim Possible area has souvenir pennies, including Kim Possible pennies. In the Seas with Nemo and Friends, this sign is new at the exit to the ride. Switching to Disney's Hollywood Studios, at the exit to the Mushu movie used to be a giant display case with several artifacts. The artifacts are now on the sides, and the open area in the middle is left a lot more bare. One of the offices at the exit area there is now shrouded up with just black curtains. There are Fantasmic packages available. Now, this photo was taken at the Min and Bill's Dockside Diner. As you can see, $14, $15 basically sushi plates or something similar to that that you can take with you into Fantasmic. And so here they are, as seen again from the Min and Bill's Dockside Diner sign. During the holiday season, some additional booths set up near the Indy Stage Show. As you can see, the pot roast sandwich, clam chowder, these are some of the things offered. Another booth over by the Premier Theater, Ristorante Italiano, has been out before, this time near the theater itself, with things like penne pasta, minestrone soup. Inside the Premier Theater, they're showing Phineas and Ferb, Mickey's A Christmas Carol, and Prep and Landing, and some of these decorations are new. Here's, as you can see, people just drop in and watch things and then leave again. These decorations are definitely new along the back wall, and you can see they're selling Prep and Landing shirts and DVDs and so forth. Here's a closer look at some of these decorations on that back wall, and if they were in use last year, I'm not sure where they were. They looked new to me entirely. And they're selling things like cupcakes, where you can create your own cupcake, and some tasty desserts in there as well. Back out in the Acme Warehouse area, new souvenir penny thing has appeared, selling Tron pennies. In the Pixar area during the busy season, they put up a rope here and directed traffic to only stay on the right-hand side. This was a great improvement and got rid of a lot of the roadblocks that had usually been there. Comedy Warehouse took up residence in the Sounds Dangerous Theater just for the holiday season, and they did about a 25-minute improv stage show where many of the regulars from Comedy Warehouse came out and interacted with the audience and did many of their usual games, leading out to the exit area where they have taken away some of the decorations and tables that had been in here before. This was previously called Soundworks. And as you can see that most of the decorations and booths are gone. It's just used for Padawan training and then this exit for the Comedy Warehouse. New to me, possibly not all that new, is the exit to Indiana Jones Stunt Show, where this tank has always been here, but a lot of these props have not. And if you look at these, the clutter that they add really adds a sense of realism to the area. A lot of World War II stuff, Nazi Germany stuff. Many of the props at the moment look new. This is on the other side, over by Backlot Express, and I thought I would point out that some of these props, I think these are old, not new, are quite badly spelled. This is not how you spell Deutsche at all. The EU is wrong, and there's a C missing, and there's other problems with the German. Into One Man's Dream, this Zorro exhibit was new to me, not sure how long that's been there. And some of the things like the Shanghai Disney or the Cars Land stuff that are hanging on the walls in the last room were new as well. The song list was special just for the holiday season, or there's some additional holiday songs available. And we chose this venue to be at for New Year's Eve. So here's what the fireworks show looks like at New Year's Eve from the hat area, or the icon area as it's called. They do a lot of fireworks at that last moment, just like they do at Epcot. And here's a moment of that last moment there. And there's a live band. Mulch, Sweat, and Shears are playing. The music for the fireworks come from the band, which is a new twist. And as you can see, it's a pretty crowded place on New Year's Eve. Switching over to Disney's Animal Kingdom to have a look at what they're doing during the holiday season. They're using the Tough to Be a Bug Fast Pass machines for Festival of the Lion King and Nemo, something they've tried a couple of times before. Now on this day we saw Russell and Doug from Up over in the Fast Pass area. This was another spot for them around the corner near the bathrooms where they have a bit of a backdrop set up. Near Yak and Yeti, this temple area has a bit of a merchant out front, Your Name and Our Asian Language set up. I don't see them all the time. They're probably new. And this certainly is new outside of the Birds Flights of Wonder bird show. It is a margarita stand. And as you can see, they have frozen margaritas for about $8.50 and Triple Yeti Blast Shangri-La Freeze as well, and some beers. So on one of the days, the Animal Kingdom had suffered early closures. Only Epcot stayed open on one of the days during the holiday season. This is new in the Lion King area. The stroller parking is now, drum roll, the former Pocahontas stage area. So they're putting the area to use. They haven't done anything with it yet. On the other side of Yak and Yeti, there's a dance party set up where they've got live music and a DJ. And near there at the Vacation Club, they've got this new cart kind of set up. And this is the new DVC logo mentioned a little bit earlier, as well as some new decorations in this DVC area. And they've done a lot of plant trimming in the Dinoland entrance. Now just a couple of quick looks at the Fort Wilderness area. What a lot of the residents and longtime campers do is set up really elaborate Christmas decorations, and we took a little tour around, first a walking tour and later a tour by sleigh ride. And I do recommend the tour by sleigh ride as well. It can be a little expensive, $16 or so per adult, but it's worthwhile, and it takes 45 minutes or so for you to make your way through all the decorations and out even into some of the trails and see some of Fort Wilderness's wilderness areas. I think is really worthwhile. There's one of the more elaborate displays with trains, etc. set up. And there's another one with the monorail and all the monorail toys. That alone is worthwhile. I think you ought to come out for the monorail toys and maybe take in, there's that sleigh ride, as I said. It seats a couple dozen people, really. I'm going to finish out with some look at some shirts, some of which you've probably seen before, some of which are going to be a little bit newer than others. Turkey leg, Mickey ice cream. The Highway in the Sky shirt is nice, as is this one, paging Mr. Morrow, Mr. Tom Morrow, and the People Mover, so it's a call out to one of the tributes in the parks. Season's Greetings, Lego Indy. There were several things in the Indy shop that I had not seen before, but they've probably been there since I don't visit that shop all that often. Here's some Yeti pictures and Cali River Rapids pictures. And that brings us to the end of yet another update. Thanks for your attention during this very long update. We'll catch you next time.